The true story of the Amityville Horror, a nightmare that never died. In a quiet suburban neighborhood on Long Island, New York, stands a beautiful Dutch colonial house at 112 Ocean Avenue. Bright windows, calm waters, and white fences. It looks like any other home in America. But behind those walls lies one of the most terrifying true stories ever told. The night of November 13th, 1974. That night, Ronald DeFeo Jr., just 23 years old, woke up and took his father's .35 caliber rifle. Without a word, he walked from room to room, shooting and killing all 6 members of his family, his father, mother, 2 brothers, and 2 sisters, while they slept peacefully in their beds. Strangely, none of them woke up, even after the first shots. When police arrived, the bodies were all neatly laid face down, as if they had been positioned or paralyzed by something unseen. When questioned, DeFeo said one chilling thing: "The voices told me to do it." He was sentenced to life in prison, but until his death, he insisted the house was possessed. The Lutz family moves in. A year later, in December 1975, George and Kathy Lutz, along with their 3 children, bought the house at a suspiciously low price. They knew about the murders, but believed the past couldn't harm them. On the first day, a Catholic priest came to bless the house. When he sprinkled holy water in one of the bedrooms, the same where 2 children had been killed, a cold wind blew through and a deep voice whispered, "Get out!" The priest fled and never returned. The haunting begins. From then on, strange things started happening. George Lutz woke up every night at exactly 3:15 a.m., the exact time of the murders. He felt constantly watched, as if eyes followed him through the walls. Doors slammed shut by themselves. Windows opened without warning. Sticky green slime oozed down from the walls. Their daughter, Missy, began talking to an invisible friend she called Jody, a giant pig with glowing red eyes that appeared outside her window. George once saw those same red eyes staring back at him from the darkness. Kathy dreamed of the murders in vivid detail: blood, screams, and gunfire. One night, she awoke to see a shadowy man with a beard standing by her bed, before he vanished into thin air. The final night, for 28 days, terror consumed them. They heard footsteps, doors creaking, growls in the basement, and the smell of decay spreading through the rooms. Then, on the 28th night, chaos erupted. Furniture flew across the house. Growls echoed through the walls. Kathy screamed as she saw George levitating above the bed before crashing to the floor. Without packing anything, clothes, money, photos, they ran out into the freezing night. They never returned. The investigation. A few weeks later, paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren entered the house. They reported drastic drops in temperature and overwhelming negative energy. During one session, a camera captured a ghostly image of a young boy with glowing eyes peering from the staircase, though no children were present in the house that night. The photo remains one of the most chilling pieces of evidence ever recorded. The legacy. Over the years, the Amityville house was sold several times. Some owners said nothing strange ever happened. Others left within weeks, claiming they felt watched or heard whispers at 3:15 a.m. The story became the basis for dozens of books and films, including the famous The Amityville Horror series. Skeptics call it a hoax, but the murders, those 6 bodies, were tragically real. Today, the address has been changed and the exterior repainted. But locals say that if you walk past Ocean Avenue at 3 a.m., you can still hear footsteps inside and faint whispers calling out each family member's name. The Amityville Horror isn't just a ghost story. It's a reminder that some houses never forget, and some nightmares never end. The true story, Annabelle, the evil spirit in an innocent form. A seemingly harmless beginning. In 1970, a nursing student named Donna lived with her roommate Angie in a small apartment in Hartford, Connecticut, USA. For her birthday, Donna's mother gave her a Raggedy Ann doll, a soft cloth doll with red yarn hair and a gentle, smiling face. Donna loved the gift and placed it neatly on her bed. But only a few weeks later, they began to notice something strange. Every time they returned home, the doll was no longer where they had left it. At first, Donna thought she just misremembered, but soon things became terrifying. One morning, they left the doll sitting on the bed, but when they came back, it was sitting on the living room couch. Another time, it was found lying face down on the floor, as if someone had deliberately placed it there. There were no signs of a break-in, the doors were locked, and they began to feel uneasy. The mysterious notes. A few days later, Donna discovered a small piece of paper placed in front of her room door. On it was scrawled, "Help us." She assumed it was a prank, but more notes appeared. Another one read, "Help Lou." Lou was Angie's boyfriend, who often visited the apartment. What frightened them most was that neither of them owned paper or pencils like the ones used for those notes. They searched the entire apartment, but found no sign of an intruder. From that moment on, they began to believe that something unseen was living with them. When Lou was attacked, one night, Lou was sleeping in the living room. He suddenly woke up in the middle of the night with the distinct feeling that someone was watching him. When he opened his eyes, he saw the Annabelle doll sitting at the foot of his bed, facing him. He thought he was dreaming, but moments later, an invisible hand began to choke him, cutting off his breath. He struggled desperately, unable to move. His whole body was paralyzed. When he regained consciousness, the doll was gone. He ran to Donna and Angie's room and told them everything. When they lifted his shirt, they saw 7 long red claw marks across his chest. The most terrifying part was that the marks completely vanished after just 2 days, leaving no scars or bruises. From that night on, no one dared sleep alone again. The investigation by Ed and Lorraine Warren. Terrified, Donna decided to contact Ed and Lorraine Warren, the famous paranormal investigators known for their work on church-approved exorcisms. When they arrived, Lorraine, a clairvoyant, immediately sensed a dark, cold presence. She revealed that the doll wasn't possessed by a child's spirit, as Donna had believed. Instead, a demonic entity had disguised itself as an innocent soul to gain their trust, so it could eventually possess its owner. Ed Warren performed an exorcism on the apartment, assisted by a priest sent by the church. Afterward, they took the Annabelle doll to their occult museum to keep Donna and Angie safe. There, Annabelle was locked inside a glass case with a bold warning sign. Warning, do not open. The curse continues. Not long after, a young couple visited the museum and laughed at the story. The man joked and tapped on the glass, saying he didn't believe in demons. Lorraine Warren immediately warned them that it was dangerous to mock such things. But on their way home, their motorcycle crashed in a horrific accident. The man died instantly. His girlfriend later claimed that just before the crash, she heard a faint giggle in the wind, like the laughter of a child. Since then, Annabelle's case has been sealed even more tightly, and a priest now performs a monthly blessing to contain the dark energy within. The terrifying legacy. Today, the real Annabelle doll still exists, kept at the Warren family's occult museum in Connecticut. Though movies may have exaggerated certain details, official investigation reports, witness testimonies, and police records confirm the story's authenticity. The museum's current caretaker claims that sometimes he hears faint tapping from inside the glass case, even when no one is there. Once he saw flickering light reflected from the doll's stitched eyes, a cold, empty, haunting glow. Before she passed away, Lorraine once said, "Annabelle is not just a doll. She is a doorway for something that waits for a chance to enter our world." The ending. The story of Annabelle remains one of the most famous supernatural cases in America. It not only inspired the Conjuring universe of films, but also serves as a chilling reminder that sometimes the scariest things are not born from imagination, but hide within the most innocent-looking objects.